Today, I'm going to share some of the benefits of live streaming and how I'm using live streaming to grow my channel and connect with my audience as a small YouTuber. I'm going to be focusing on StreamYard today. This is not a sponsored video. It's just the platform that I use, so it's the one that I know the most about. I'm going to fill you in on some of my favorite StreamYard features and what's included in the free, basic, and pro plans. And we are going to be opening things out to a Q&A today. So you can, if you would like to, you can pop your questions in the chat. Or if you are feeling extra brave and you're watching live, if you'd like to ask your question on screen with me, let me know in the chat and we can sort that out. Be a little bit of fun. And yes, so if you're joining us for the replay, you can pop any questions that you have in the chat and I might feature them in a future live stream. I'm going to make sure I fully timestamp this replay. So if you're watching that, you can jump around to whatever bits you're kind of the most interested in. You know, if I'm waffling, you can skip the waffle. Well, thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in today. It's so awesome to have you all here. We have Mary Spiegel here. Thank you so much for being here. Just finished a 30 challenge of live streaming every day. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Nobu, thank you so much for being here. Yes, I do have the beanie on 2 weeks in a row. Last week, I had the beanie on because I hadn't washed my hair. And this week, I have the beanie on because I got so many compliments on my beanie in last week's live stream. Marianne, thank you for being here. No, but more and more considering it. Yes, awesome. Very much looking forward to having you on my live stream next week, Marianne. Oh my goodness, so many beautiful, wonderful people here. Creator Classroom started a live stream in August, and also next week we're going to have the live stream with Marianne, where we're going to be talking about like creating printables and well-being for YouTubers, which is super important. And as a little bonus, in a few days, the Creator Classroom and I are going to do a live stream at the opposite side of the day. And yeah, it's going to be all about Canva and the Creator Classroom's, top few features on Canva for YouTubers. So very exciting. I would love you to pop on just put on my PJs. Oh, okay. Right. I see. Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone. I'm so stoked to have you all here. Do I know this? Kidding. I mean, that would be a very, very interesting method if none of these people have actually agreed to doing live streams with me and I'm just, having a laugh and hooking them into doing things with me unannounced. That's a very, very funny idea. All right, let's get rid of that. Oh, cool. How exciting. So I'm just going to acknowledge the fact that this is the first time I have done a live stream on my own, as in without having a wonderful guest. I've been interviewing lots of amazing people on my channel, learning so much about YouTube and about, different processes and ideas of different ways of using YouTube, different ways that people are growing their audiences and communities and different kinds of things people are using to monetize their channels, all sorts of things. So this is my first time doing this on my own for a while. And I'm very, very excited. These are very, very large overlays. So that's something I'm going to talk about in a while. I thought I'd pick this one because it makes people's pictures really big, which is fun. Like here we can see people's faces, see people's logos. That's one of the amazing things about StreamYard that I'm going to chat about in a bit. Anyway, I'm waffling. Okay, so I've been sent through a bunch of questions on my Facebook group, which are amazing, that I'm going to answer about StreamYard and just live streaming in general. But if you have anything that comes up for you that you'd like to ask, pop it in the chat and I'll get around to answering those as well. Awesome. So the first one I had come through was this is an awesome one. What are the biggest benefits you've seen from doing live streams? I think, for me, the reason I started doing live streams is because a wonderful, wonderful YouTube coach, Sean Cannell, who, let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of Sean Cannell. And if you haven't, he's a legend, so you should. But he made a video that was about what would he do if he was to start his YouTube channel from scratch, if he was to start again in 2021 at the time, I think it was. And he said that he would do a live show. And when I first heard that, I was like, heck no, I am not going to do that, because that's a very, very nerve-wracking sort of situation. So I started a channel that was about personal finance, and I was making edited videos, and it was I was really enjoying it. I had personally got myself out of a lot of debt, and I wanted to help other people do the same thing. So that's what my YouTube channel was originally about. That's what perhaps some of you signed up for, and surprise, now we're talking about how to grow a YouTube channel. But a few months ago, there was a bit of disturbance in the YouTube community, the personal finance community, for influencers, and what were the legal line became very blurry of what was okay to talk about. And I all of a sudden was very disinterested in that. So I then thought, what am I going to do my YouTube channel about? What's something that I'm obsessed with equally to helping people get out of debt? And that's when I made the decision. It took me about one day to realize that I wanted to make a channel about growing on YouTube. And because I haven't done it personally myself yet, like my channel's still pretty small, but the thing that's wonderful about doing live streams is that I can interview people who have got, have achieved bigger things than I have achieved so far on YouTube. And I know, like, there's a few people watching today who have joined me, and I'm so grateful to everyone who's come and shared their wisdom on my channel. And yeah, so the biggest benefits, gosh, this is a truly waffly answer, but I think that's important. Like, it was advice from a YouTuber who has 2 million subscribers that this is what he would do if he were to start again. And so what you're able to do is, as often as you like to, I know the gaming enthusiast live streams like a couple of times a day sometimes, but as often as you like to, you can go live. The best thing is being able to connect with the audience in real time. That for me is just, it's so much fun. And I loved what I was doing before, but actually being able to connect in real time with people and watching other people's channels growing and learning together and growing together, it just is such a beautiful kind of community. And I love that. On a really like numbers and figuresy kind of train of thought, the biggest benefit in that way is I actually compared the month of July, when I think I did maybe one live stream and one edited video and a couple of short videos. That month, the month of July, compared to the month of August, when I did live streams every single week, I saw a 120% increase in watch time. And that for me is like, that's pretty good. Like, I was really very stoked with that. Okay. Sean YouTube channel? Yes, Sean YouTube channel. Sean Cannell, which does rhyme with YouTube channel. Yes, it was a really, really exciting growth rate. And when I hadn't really realized that until I went and looked in my analytics, and I was like quite blown away by that. Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, Sharon Crackles is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. That Snazzy Life came on my channel a few weeks ago and is responsible for a bunch of those watch hours that the increase in watch hours. Sean is a legend. Oh, that's very, very nice of you to say, gaming enthusiast. You're a legend, Claire. With your persistence, you will blow up. I mean, I hope my channel will blow up and that I don't personally blow up. That would be a worry. You're going live after the okay, not really. Well, you know, we'll see. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Hashtag Sharon Crackles, everyone. So this, if anyone missed the live stream that I did with Sharon, we had a really beautiful example of how beautiful imperfection can be, because we had a little bit of microphone difficulty in that episode. And yeah, I think this is actually, I'm going to talk about this. Another benefit from doing live streams. When I was editing videos, I was so like anxious to get everything right. I was so worried about things being perfect and, you know, picking the right sounds and making sure I had the right B-roll and all of this sort of stuff, which, you know, these are important things. But one of the biggest benefits that I have seen from doing live streams is just it's helped me to get out of my head. And there's no way you can avoid imperfection. Even, you know, Heather Torres did a live stream the other day. Heather Torres is also from Think Media, who is, her and Sean Cannell have Think Media together. And I watched her doing a live stream the other day and things were going wrong. Things were going wrong. And so doing live streams, no matter how experienced you are, they have 2 million subscribers. They're like pretty experienced at doing live streams at this stage. But no matter what level you're kind of at, I'm very much a beginner, but no matter what level you're at, things are going to go wrong. And so a massive benefit for me has been learning to accept that. And we'll go a little bit more into that a bit later. But I've got another question here. Do you prefer live streams over edited videos, and why? I mean, from a very, I don't want to call it lazy, but you don't have to edit this. So I'm today going to create, you know, a certain length of content, probably around 45 minutes worth of content that I don't have to edit, which is really nice. And when you're using a platform like StreamYard, these things that pop in and out, they're keeping things moving on the screen that, you know, in your editing, you would add B-roll, you'd add different like slides and things. And all of those sorts of things you can achieve within a live stream. You can keep things moving on the screen, keep things really interesting. You can add comments in here. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Your other videos are awesome still. Thank you so much. Everyone's welcome to go back in my library and binge watch all of those. And yes, the no editing thing is what I'm drawn to live streaming. Yeah, and I mean, the other thing that you have when you do live streaming is all of this footage that if you would like to, and what I intend to do is, you know, you can edit them down into more digestible bite-sized people, because with live streaming, you're going to reach an audience that is, I think, and let me know what you all think, but with like there's a particular kind of people that watch live streams that are happy to sit down and hang out with you for, you know, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever length live stream you do. And they're people that are wanting to have, I think, this is why I watch them, like a more personal, deeper connection with the content creator. And, you know, here we go. Being able to just hop on and teach without the editing, it's a blessing. Otherwise, my audience would have gotten one video a week instead of two due to me not being able to sit and edit. Yeah, absolutely. And you can 10x your content from one live stream. Yes. So from a live stream, you've got however long of footage, an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is. From that, you can cut down and make, like, you know, I'm not good at maths, but you could turn that into like a lot of 5-minute or 7-minute or 15-second shorts or whatever it is. One short that I did that I cut from a live stream ended up getting, I think at the moment it has about like 15 hours of watch time from a short, which is kind of mind blowing. And a whole bunch of subscribers came through that way. So yeah, being able to do that. This being said, all of this being said, I think there's definitely a place for edited videos because not everyone enjoys the live format. And the other thing is, not everyone, I can say, embrace the imperfection and all of that sort of stuff, but it's really nerve-wracking. Like live streaming is really nerve-wracking. And when you're setting up a camera and you have complete control over what you're going to say, and you can edit it and you can take out all the ums and ahs and all of that, like I think there's really a place for that. And it's hard. It's hard to get it. Like my wonderful wife, Nina, who's sitting in the other room at the moment, she can tell you what it is like the hour or so before this happens. And it's a lot of nervousness. Actually, I messaged my mum about 5 minutes before, my wonderful mum who always comes and watches. She's such a legend. And my dad's probably there silently watching, bless him. But yeah, I messaged her saying, "Oh my God, Mum, I'm so nervous." And that's one of the things about live streaming that is tricky. The nerves are very real and you can't edit them out. You can't edit them out. You just have to kind of really accept that it is. Oh, yes. I really put Dean on the spot last time. Oh, so last time I had an alarm when we were chatting a couple of weeks ago. I had an alarm that went off. I'm so sorry, Dean, for doing this to you. I in the next room had an alarm going off and I had to just get up and fix it. And I really put Dean on the spot. Sorry about that. But you handled it like an absolute pro, Dean. And I'm so grateful. But yeah, I'll try not to do that again. Yes, you did great, gaming enthusiast. Yeah, so here we go. I like streaming because the audience gets your raw reaction to their input. It is difficult to achieve that through comments without doing a comment reaction video. Yeah, it's amazing. Like in live streams, like sometimes I've had up to 150 comments come through in the live chat, which is also like sends a very positive message to YouTube that this is an interesting video that people are enjoying. So the more you do that, the better. And it kind of like pumps it out to more people. But on a video, I think probably the most comments I've ever had is maybe 60 or something, which is still like, that's still a significant amount of comments. That's a lot of engagement, but yeah, there's something about it. Something about it I just bloody love. All right. Oh, yes. Here's a little reminder to me to ask everyone to do this. If you're getting value, please hit the like button. A very practical question here. How many subscribers do you need to live stream? So you need 1,000 subscribers if you want to live stream from your mobile phone or your tablet. But if you're live streaming from, I think this is still true. Correct me if anyone's live streaming and has less than 1,000 and they're doing it from their if anyone's doing it from their phone or their tablet and they have less than 1,000, let me know. Little hack though, if you have access to, I'm gonna have a drink. If you have access to a desktop or a laptop, yeah, you need to have your channel approved. I think it's pretty much a free for all. Gaming Enthusiast says it's 50 subscribers. Oh, okay. Is this the 50? Is this from a phone or a tablet, or is 50 from a laptop or desktop? Dim, 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 dim. Dim, 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 dim. Yes. So either way, it's not many. And if you have access to a laptop, or a desktop, it's, not many. You don't need many. What are some of the key things you've learned to avoid through your experience of doing live streams? Okay, this is a fun question. One of the things that I have definitely learned to avoid is having an alarm set in the next room that I have to go and turn off during a live stream when you have someone who's come very generously given their time to come and share their wisdom on a YouTube channel and you leave them hanging for, a couple of minutes while you deal with that. That's something that I would definitely say you should avoid. Also, just like letting anything get in the way. Like avoiding letting the excuses come in. Like actually I'm gonna focus more on what I've learned to accept. Because there's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff that can go wrong. Like for you personally, like I did a live stream when I had COVID a few months ago, which was I was like, oh, I should just cancel. And like if you're really, really sick or whatever and you actually can't do it, like obviously self-care is really important. But I think there's a fine line between letting things be an excuse and can't stress enough that self-care is really important. And if you can't do it, it's like it's just YouTube. Like it's not gonna ruin anyone's life if you cancel a live stream last minute. Like even huge YouTubers do that if they need to. Like you got to take care of yourself. But letting it excuses such as like, oh, I'm a bit too nervous or oh, I'm a bit underprepared or oh, I'm a bit whatever. These things are a bit self-sabotagey, I think. Like last week I was feeling really sick before my live stream, but actually what I was feeling was really nervous. And yeah, just learning to accept. Like in the beginning I thought, oh, I need to work on not being nervous, which is like saying, oh, I need to work on getting better at like not breathing because like you're going to be nervous. It's a live thing. Like if you were inclined to nerve, some people are really chill about things or they're just pretending they're really chill about things. I don't know. But yeah, accepting that you're going to be nervous. And when the feelings come up, being able to say to yourself, okay, I know this feeling. I felt this one before. Oh, yes, I saw this coming. I am nervous and I'm going to do it anyway because, life's short. Do stuff that you love. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I've got some answers. I want to come back and I'll come back to this because I think it's really important. 50 is mobile. 50. Okay. Laughing. Things moved around a little bit there for me. Yes, from phone or tablet. Try not to swear. Chris, is this something that you're trying to stop doing in your live streams? Is this something that you're trying to avoid? That's awesome. And also Chris says that his audience is used to him being fashionably late at this point. That's very good. All right. Well, fantastic. Thank you, everyone. It's just this is so lovely. So many sweethearts here. All right. So yes. This right now, what's happening is an example of imperfection. I've lost where I am in my back here thing. Oh, I remembered something. Another thing. Oh, this is a technical thing that you want to really make sure you avoid when you're doing a live stream. I want to show you what happens if you don't have a you need a microphone when you're doing live streaming. You need a directional microphone. And if you don't have one, that's totally fine. But I'll show you what happens if you need to use headphones. If you don't have a microphone that's directional, you have to use headphones and I'll show you what happens when you don't.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Sam, and the wonderful Claire Sara. We are super excited to be here. We are Hello, everyone. It's me, Sam, and the wonderful Claire Sara. We are super excited to be here. We are Hello, everyone. It's me, Sam, and the wonderful Claire Sara. We are
Okay, so that is something that happened while I was doing a live stream with the wonderful Sam from Earn More, Spend Less, Invest the Rest. And that was, I think, the second live stream I had ever done. And that was like one of the most nightmarish situations. And so that's something that you really want to avoid. You want to avoid that brutal loop of doom. And the way you avoid that is by just, if you're not sure if you have a directional mic, if you're not certain that your guest does, just make sure everyone has access to headphones, because that is the way to avoid that. Yes. It's the intro that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Yes, what a tune. The never ending intro. Yeah, it's brutal. Yes. I have gone from doing hours of preparation for a stream to doing none at all. I prefer just hopping on. Yeah. Yeah, cool. If that's your vibe and you're good at that, that's awesome. Like, yeah, how fantastic. I had that in our pre-test before stream as plugged headphones into mic and not headphones, so had feedback. Yeah, it's brutal. But that is just, I think, one of the simplest ways to fix that is just, if you're not sure, just use headphones. Like, why not? And if it goes wrong, there's things in the settings that you can change and you can adjust things and you can fix it. Like, it doesn't have to. That day that I did that with Sam, we were just like, oh my God, what do we do? So we ended up just jumping out and creating an entire new stream. And interestingly, one thing that I love about live streaming is that the audience tends to be like really, really forgiving. So that happened and people were like, oh, I shared the link to the new stream in the old stream, and everyone came across to it. So it's like, there's nothing that can happen in a live stream that's not, fixable, except like I missed it. It's in there somewhere. Dean was saying earlier, the gaming enthusiast was saying that he gets a lot of like trolly spammers from time to time, or often. Yeah, I think that is maybe more common. I haven't like, touch wood, I haven't had that happen yet in my live streams, but yes, that's an interesting thing. Has anyone who's watching, do you have any tips on how to deal with spammers, people coming in and like there's some gross links and stuff that people will drop often? I think I have it enabled that no one can drop links in here except for me, which, by the way, I'm going to drop a link in here to StreamYard if you want to check it out. It's a really, really wonderful streaming platform. There's a bunch of, let me know in the comments and let everyone who's watching know in the comments who in here uses StreamYard. I think it's a few of us. Yeah, cool. So, yes, I think that's it. Learning to accept that nerves and imperfection and that things are going to go wrong. They can go wrong. They will go wrong. And also I know that the chat that I had with Sharon, I had a message from Marianne, who's also in the chat, saying that had actually inspired her to do a live stream herself, like seeing that no one cares. Like, you mess up, yeah, you need to stop and have a glass of water because you got a dry mouth because you're nervous still. No one cares. It's a reminder, I think, that we're all human and how possible it is. That's what I love so much about seeing people do things that is imperfect. So we've got like this desperate need to be perfect and come across as like having everything, like having all our shit together, but it's like that just makes you not a human. So this thing that we're a lot of us struggle with, trying to be perfect, is the thing that naturally separates us. It separates us from other people, makes us come across as like it's like this unattainable thing. But it's like anyone can do this. And StreamYard have made it so accessible to everyone. They have such an easy to use, super intuitive platform that they've created. You can access it for free. I know that the creator classroom who's in here has been doing live streams using the free version, which I'm going to show you in a bit, like what you have access to with the different plans. But, you know, it's free. It's free to do. It's very easy to do. And if you're nervous to do it, you can have a guest and then you don't have to worry. Because one of the things that's really tricky, I think, when you're live streaming on your own is if no one comes in, if you don't have any questions that people have asked, it's tricky. And that does happen. It happens a lot. It's normal for that to happen, particularly in the beginning. But yeah, I think in the beginning, that was the thing that helped me the most, is doing interviews with other people. So you don't have to worry about whether or not there's an audience, because you can just go, oh, well, we'll just have a chat. And if anyone comes and watches, awesome. And if no one does, that's also awesome. And we had a cool chat and created some cool content. So that's what I reckon. Just gonna have a little read of these comments in here. Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, there's so many people here that use it. I think you and any wrench people can. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the only person who can drop a link in my live streams is myself. And if I select anyone else as a wrench person, which is like a tech person, a tech support person, you can in the studio and hold comments with certain keywords for review. Yeah, that's awesome. So the Creator Classroom is a free version StreamYard user. Fit Dad Chris, I think you use the paid version, don't you? It gives you access to a few more features, but the free version is amazing. So if you're thinking about live streaming, like check out StreamYard, check out the free version, use it for, I used the free version for like the first few months, and then I just wanted access to a few more of the different features that they had on offer. But yeah, check it out. The link is in the description as well as in the live chat here. So yes, oh my goodness, there's can you use it with gaming channels to filter the spam links? I don't know why you're getting links. This is a question I actually don't have the answer to, because no one can drop a link in here, and I'm wondering if that is because I'm not streaming directly to YouTube. I'm streaming through StreamYard, because I've never had a problem with it. In fact, I've been frustrated by the fact that people can't drop their links before at times. Okay, the Creator Classroom says that there's a setting on YouTube, and she's going to have a look and see. Oh, yes, the wrench is a moderator. Yes, a moderator. That's the right word. I use the paid version, but if you go in and create your overlays while you're in the paid version, you can keep them if you go back to the free. Oh, that's a very clever little hack. Love that. I love a little bargain. All right. So aside from using StreamYard, what other tips or technical or social, either technical or social, would you give to someone considering live streaming on their channel? So yeah, the technical thing is that microphone thing. You really, really, really do want to do that. One thing that I have found hugely important is and this is if you're doing interviews, particularly if you're doing interviews, is making sure you organize a pre-interview, especially if you are chatting with someone that you haven't met before. I have just found that so helpful for a few reasons. So live streaming, whether you are the host or you're the guest, I think it can be a little bit intimidating. It can be a bit of a nerve-wracking thing. I let me know if that is the case for you. But organizing a pre-interview, if you're using a platform like StreamYard, is really, really well, it's really easy to do through StreamYard. And it'll give your guest a feel for what it's going to be like on the day. So I like to organize my pre-interviews like at least a few days beforehand. If the person doesn't have time, that's fair enough. But if that's the case, then I like to meet up with them at least kind of, 10 or 15 minutes before the live stream on the day. So with a pre-interview, not only does it help your guest to feel more comfortable, which is that's the main aim, is to make sure the person that you have joining you feels as comfortable with how everything's going to go as they possibly can. But also it can spark ideas for maybe what the topic of your live stream is going to be about. Like if this is someone that you have never met before, I can stalk someone as much as as much as my little heart desires. On the internet, we have access to so much stuff. Like, so I'll be looking at their YouTube videos, watching their YouTube videos, getting an idea for what kind of content they're creating, getting an idea, most importantly, for what they might be able to share that is going to help everyone who's watching, to help all of you. What things can we go into that are going to be super relevant to a lot of people who are trying to grow their YouTube channels? Sometimes I might, from watching their videos, get a bit of an idea of who they are and what they're creating and how that might be helpful for people to learn about. But then when we chat in person a week before or a couple of weeks before, or whatever the case may be, it gives me more of an idea of what the questions might be. It gives me a real good feel for what it's going to be like to chat with them. And do I need to do more to help them feel more comfortable? What can how can I improve it and make it the most enjoyable conversation for them and for me? So that's a really, I'd say that's a social tip. If you're interviewing people, you want to make sure they're comfortable. You want to make sure you're comfortable with them. The pre-interview gives you access to much more information. You can find out a little bit about their lives and, so it's not a surprise on the day. That's one thing that I have found immensely helpful. Oh, look at all of these. You're a chatty crowd. If you have any questions, so I might not see everything that everyone's saying. So if you do have any questions, please put the 3 question marks before and the 3 question marks after. So I know I'm just going to scroll through and see if there's any questions here that I have missed. Oh, goodness, what a beautiful, chatty group you are. I love this. It's so good. It's really nice. After the live stream has processed, it's fun. Oh, I've got this question. Hang on. I'm going to first finish that thought. It's so much fun for me after the live stream's processed. All of this live chat comes up as I watch through, because I always watch through my live streams to see in what ways, like what can I work on? Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but what can I work on for next time? And it's very fun seeing everyone chatting together. Like it's beautiful. And that's one of the things that I love so much about live streaming is building this community. And, you know, I always hope that everyone who's watching, people who are watching are like finding people that they connect with, because that's how I met a lot of the people who are in here, is in the live chat of other live streams. And, you know, you find some things that are you have in common, and it's just such a beautiful thing. So it gives me a real thrill going through and reading everyone's comments afterwards. The gaming enthusiast asked ages ago, can you use StreamYard with gaming live streams? I am sure that you can, because I've seen lots of people within I've seen a lot of people in the StreamYard, they have a YouTube channel, which is wonderful. And I think it's once a week they do like a town hall thing where they answer people's questions. It's really worth checking out. And there's a lot of people that have gaming channels. So you must be able to. And there's lots of things in here. Like I can create different layouts. Actually, if someone would be willing, I would be very grateful if someone would throw up their hand to come on screen with me, and then I can show you some of the different layouts. That's something that I was very, very keen to do today, show you some of the different layouts, which I can't really do by myself. Anyway, if anyone wants to do that, that'll be awesome. Otherwise, I'll work out another way to do that. So, yes. Aside from interviews, are you familiar with other formats live streams take on YouTube? Yes. So you don't have to do an hour-long live stream like, you know, like this. You don't have to do a 2-hour-long live stream. You can use StreamYard or whatever live streaming service you're using. You can create. I want to show you a video from Heather Torres as an example. So Heather is one of the creators of Think Media. Probably could have lined this up before, but I didn't. So bear with me just a moment, folks. Heather Torres. Oh, what a legend. Heather has actually offered to come on my channel, which we haven't found a time yet, but it's wonderful. So here we go. This here, it's not playing yet. I'm going to skip past this ad and then I'm going to jump into it for you. Oh, all right. Who's excited? The suspense is certainly killing me. All right. This is something very cool that you can do. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm able to show you the different layouts now that I have a screen in here. So hello, it's me. So one of the layouts that you can have is this one where you get like a cute little screen. I can have this where that's like heaps bigger. Then I can be down here on the thing, or I can boot myself out of the thing and you can still hear me, but you can't see me, which, you know, maybe that's something that you prefer. So this video from Heather Torres, I found incredibly inspiring. This was a live stream that she did about, so her original channel was about homeschooling. And this video, I don't have children yet, but I was more so interested in the way she created this tutorial where she came on live and she had slides come up. All of this she would have been using. I assume she's using StreamYard for. So she has these slides that have come up throughout the video that she's talking through. I'm guessing she's probably using a script. Like, I'm guessing this whole thing was scripted out. And she's going through all of these different myths of homeschooling. So she's answering questions that people have, but she's done it in a way that rather than using it to create like a long chatty live stream like I'm doing today. She's used it to create a kind of like a mini tutorial. And I find that really bloody cool. So she's using these elements within StreamYard to keep things interesting and keep things moving along. And she's created an 8-minute video this is a much smaller channel, by the way. This is not the 2 million subscriber channel. This is her personal channel. But she's got over 3,000 views on this video that she created. And it would have, like, obviously she would have had prep time creating the slides, creating the script, creating the topic that she was going to talk about, researching the topic, making sure it's something that people actually want to learn about. But like the actual creation of the video it took her 8 minutes. It took her 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Like that. When I was making scripted videos and, editing them down, the editing sometimes, let me know in the comments, how long do you take editing your videos? Because I sometimes, for a 5-minute video, it would take me like 8 hours. So with this, she's getting the benefit of having people there in the chat, which tells YouTube this is an interesting video. So it gets pushed out to a wider audience. She has the benefit of not having to edit anything. She's done this really clever thing where she's used different slides. So she doesn't even have to be on screen, which means she can be reading the whole thing. Like, it's brilliant. I love this so much. And I think that's one of the coolest ways I have seen live streaming used. And also, not everyone in the world who watches YouTube is going to click on a video that goes for an hour. I'm very aware of that. But like using it in this way, this is clever. This is real clever clogsy sort of material. So that's what I reckon about that. Let's have a little look at what you all reckon about that. All right. Okay. All right. We're having people saying that they would join me, but they're not going to. That's fine, because I've just been able to show the different ways, like the different layouts you can use. Thank you so much, everybody. We have to see that contagious smile of yours. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Chris. Yes, beautiful reminder from Chris to smash the like button so that algo pushes this stream. I would appreciate that. You might be a YouTuber if you watch videos just to see how they were made. Yeah, that's true. I think it's so impressive. She had to have uploaded that as a share slide PDF, kept her microphone on, but hid herself while reading the script on the side. Yeah, absolutely. Takes a gaming enthusiast all day to edit videos. Yeah. So how cool that you're now creating this content that goes for, hours that you don't actually have to edit. Like, obviously you're editing shorter videos out of that to help your channel to grow even more. But yeah, it's amazing. I try not to spend more than 1 hour per minute of videos. So if my video is 4 minutes long, I wanted to not work on it any longer than 4 hours, including the back end stuff. Yeah, it's so easy to get carried away with the editing, and it's so wonderful to, set yourself limits like that. It's really wonderful. Then I have to pick the right music from Epidemic Sound. Yeah. With the music, I think it's so wonderful when people, pick different stuff. But if you go back and watch all of my videos that I have edited, the ones that are not live streams, you will notice that the music is exactly the same. And it's because I was spending so much time trying to find music. Yeah. Yes. All right. I read the chat and thought someone was being a bunghole, but they were just saying what a myth was. Lol. Yeah, that's so good. That's what I do with my plan with me videos. By being live, I don't need to edit and my viewers can plan along with me. Yeah, it's awesome. And yes, wonderful. We can show the different layouts on Thursday. So we are doing another live stream together on Thursday. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get a notification for that. And yeah, we'll show a bit more of the features of StreamYard. I can't believe that I've been bloody chatting your ears off for 50 minutes. Very thrilling. Very thrilling stuff. This morning, the Creator Classroom did a short 17 seconds, which took 15 minutes to edit. How much do you plan for a solo live stream? A lot. I did plan, believe it or not, I planned a lot for this live stream, but it was mainly about finding what questions people may have, and making sure I'm doing my best to answer things, and questions that I had when I was first live stream, and freaking out about it. I spent a decent amount of time preparing for this one. I think that in future, I would probably create like we saw in Heather's thing, I'd probably create some like visuals, and that's something that you can really easily do. You can really easily do that in something like Canva. We might show how you can create a slide deck in Canva on Thursday. Yeah, a decent amount. I mean, and for the interviews, I definitely spend, Sean Cannell's recommendation was to spend 10 hours preparing. And when you're interviewing someone, that is a very easy amount of time to fill up, because, you're watching their videos, you're checking out their website, looking into, listening to other interviews that they've done before. It's very exciting stuff. All right. Hey, Radioactive Fish. Thank you so much for being here. What is a good length for a live stream? That's a wonderful question. I personally like to, you can do anything that you want. It depends on what you, what kind of stuff are you thinking about live streaming, Radioactive Fish? Because you can, you could do a 7-minute live stream, like the one that, this one here, I just showed about. If you have just joined us now, when the replay is up, jump back and have a look at it again. But this one was an 8-minute stream. So you can do anything from a 5-minute stream to the Creator Classroom sometimes does what's the longest live stream you've done, Creator Classroom? I think I've seen things up there that are 2 hours long. Okay, cool. So you're doing Minecraft, you're doing gaming streams. Dean's in here who does 2.5-hour streams sometime, I believe. And then something that's wonderful to do with those live streams is find really interesting moments within them that you can then chop down, edit down into a smaller video. I highly recommend checking out the Gaming Enthusiasts channel. There's the channel name there, who does a bit of that, creates shorter form content from the live streams that he's doing. Yes, wonderful, awesome, yay, I saw it. Yes, I did. Thank you very much for being here. Gaming live streams, I try to keep my streams around 1 to 2 hours, then edit them down after, which I imagine is a very long process, watching through that and picking the bits that you want to kind of convert into shorter form content. But yeah, so I've also seen, as far as other formats live streams take on YouTube, obviously there's the gaming streams, like Dean and Fish person, Radioactive Fish, do gaming live streams. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But also, yeah, tutorials like Heather has done on her channel. Those short ones are really, really interesting. I've seen live cooking shows, which I think that Snazzy Life should do. And yeah, all sorts. You can live stream about just about anything. Yeah, so I'm going to answer a couple more questions here. And then I'm going to shout out a wonderful YouTube channel who is the reason we have a lot of these questions today. He asked like about heaps of these questions in my Facebook group, which is called the YouTuber Support Network. I'm going to pop it in the chat actually. If anyone isn't part of that group, it's just another nice little way we can all connect between, between live streams. And yes, so my favorite StreamYard features are absolutely the ability to interview people, the ability to do that. I love also that you can play around with the branding, so you can make it whatever you want it to be. Like you can make it really, really unique. I'm going to pull up a comment here. I'm going to pull up my own comment and I'll just show you the different kinds of branding that you can do. This is, I just think this is so cool. It's so cool. So you can have the bubble effect. Today I went with the classic effect. You can change the color around. You can have a minimal effect and the block effect. So there's a few different things. I have never used this, which is really the main reason I used it today. And also so we could, see our faces nice and big. But yeah, you can play around with the color. You can make it really unique. I will jump in and show you some of the differences between the different plans. There's a bunch of different plans that you can, well, there's not a bunch, there's 3. What am I saying? All right. So I'm going to stop that and then I'm going to do this and the suspense will kill us all. All right. So this is in Australian dollars. So don't be freaked out. And yeah, so the free version is the same in US dollars as it is in Australian dollars. 0. And the basic version, $20 a month. That's what I use. Just gives you access to a bit more features. The professional version is $39 a month. So that's Australian dollars, which are worth not very much. Where is it? Where's that screen? Isn't that exciting? I've got no idea what's happening. Bear with me just a moment, folks, while I pull that screen up. I just think this is such a beautiful, beautiful example of not getting worked up about things being too perfect. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to do this, and then we're going to jump in here, and I'm going to make that the full screen thing to make it easier for you to see if you're watching on a mobile device. So yeah, in the free version, you've got screen sharing, which means you can show the audience what's on your screen. Maybe this is like some of the, being able to show you Heather Torres' videos, being able to show you this very screen that we're looking at now. You have access to banners during the show, which is the things that have popped up with the questions. You can put comments on the screen. So as you have seen me doing a lot, you can have guests. You can change the brand colors. You can use a green screen if you don't like the thing. If you want to have some kind of fancy like fireplace setting behind you, or if you want to look like you're in a high-rise building, I don't know, something like that. So you can stream not just to YouTube, but you can also live stream to like a Facebook page or a Facebook group. You can stream to LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitch. The only thing, this is so ridiculous. This is the reason, one of the main reasons that I wanted to up to the basic version is because you have to have the StreamYard duck on your screen, which is so no big deal. I'll show you what that looks like. I still have it in here because it's so cute. Where is it? Logos. You have to have that there. That's why I decided to pay $20 a month to use StreamYard. So you can have that there. Don't have to have that there. Who cares? what a ridiculous person. No, the main reason that I actually decided to go with the basic plan is the recording. So the first 6 hours of every broadcast is recorded and stored. You can download the audio and video files for repurposing and podcasting. You can even record without going live. You get 50 hours of total recording storage, and you can purchase more or delete past recordings to free up space. This is the actual reason. And it's because I could download the stream directly from YouTube. You can do that. That's pretty easy to do. But it's the quality is reduced significantly. So that's one of the things that I love about StreamYard, about the basic plan. I have access to that footage like instantly, and it also means that it's very, very easy for me then to send that to the guest that I have on my channel if they want to use it for something. And yeah, I think the main difference, that's the main thing for me. That's the only thing that I really cared that much about. I'd love to know, like, yeah, what was everyone's reason for, if you have upgraded to the paid version, like why, what's your favorite thing about it? Is anyone using the professional version where you can record up to 10 hours? So here's the thing, and I think you said earlier, Marianne, that you want to use the professional version because it supports multiple cameras, which is that's a very fair thing. I've got a little bit of a hack though, which is I can send an invitation in the same way I can send an invitation to a guest to join me. I can send that to myself. So if I hit invite, I'm going to copy that. Here's another thing that I could have done before that would have been great, which I didn't do. So I'm going to send that link to myself somehow. You know what? I'm going to send it to, I don't know how to send it to myself. So I'm going to send it to Jennifer. Don't feel like you have to click it. I'm just putting it there so I can access my own link from my phone. So yeah, you can grab a different device. I'm using my phone. And then what I can do, it's going to be real exciting to see if this works. So I'm going to go into StreamYard. I've sent myself a link. Check this out. It's so high tech. I'm entering a broadcast studio on my phone. Look at that. I'm allowing access. Oh my gosh. I'm entering the studio as myself. Whoa. I'm turning down the volume because that's, wow. Look at that. Look at that. It's me and me. And here we're hearing that horrible audio loop situation. But look how easy it is. I think the main thing is you don't want to, oh gosh, mute. All right. Oh gosh. This is stupid, and you would definitely like turn off your you'd have to turn off your sound on this thing, which is very possible to do. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of that. But that's a way around it. So you can connect to a different device. Oh my gosh. You have to work out how to do it properly. Don't do it like me. Don't do it like I've done it. I'm going to leave. All right. So that's a way around it. If you work out how to do it right, we can do a live stream talking about how to do that right. But yeah, two Claires. Claire's geeking out. Yeah, I am. I love it. I bloody love it. Claire squared. And it's a great hack. It is a great hack. But yeah, turn the sound off. Turn the sound off for sure. Let me know how to turn the sound off once you work that out. I've never actually done it, but I have seen people do it and do it that way. So I wanted to share that with you because you don't need to necessarily upgrade to the free plan. You just have to make sure you're using a different internet connection, I think, because if I was using my home Wi-Fi for both of those things, the connection would be probably pretty rough on one or both devices. So I just use like my phone's data for that, and I find that super easy. Well, wonderful. Just a little reminder, because I've just gotten through all the questions. Unless there's anything that I missed in the chat, quickly pop it in. But I want to let you know that, yes, on Thursday, I'm going to be chatting with the wonderful, wonderful Creator Classroom about her favorite few things on Canva features that are especially helpful for YouTubers. So yes, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get that sent into your little device or whatever. And also next week, we're going to be chatting with Marianne Cresp about self-care for YouTubers and how she's monetized her channel in a really interesting way by creating and selling printables. So that is going to be a lovely little treat. Thank you so much to everyone for being here today, and I will see you next time.